Could you be killed simply for making people think? In Athens, this wasn't a theoretical question. It was a sentence already passed. And the victim wasn't a criminal, but a man who asked unsettling questions. That man was Socrates. The beginning. Socrates was born around 469 BC in Athens, to a father who was a sculptor and a mother who was a midwife. He grew up in humble circumstances and wasn't from the elite. He served as a soldier in the army and was known for his bravery. But what distinguished him later wasn't strength, but intellect. As time passed, he began to distance himself from ordinary life, turning towards something else, understanding humanity itself. His way of thinking, he didn't write books or give formal lectures. He wandered the streets, asking people, what is justice? What is good? What is virtue? Then he would continue to ask, until the person discovered they didn't have a real answer. This method later became known as the Socratic method, deconstructing ideas through questioning. He believed in a clear idea, that truth is not given, but discovered. He famously said, I know that I do not know. What did he believe? And what did he attack? Socrates was not directly against religion, but he criticized blind faith. He attacked the pretense of knowledge without understanding, the values that people follow without thinking. He believed that a person must examine their own life, otherwise they live it unconsciously. The problem, over time young people began to be drawn to him, including Plato. They learned his method and began to question everything. And here the real danger began, because society does not fear the ignorant, but rather those who have begun to think. The accusation. In 399 BC, he was put on trial. The charges were corrupting the youth, disrespecting the city's gods. But at its core, the problem was that he was disrupting the prevailing intellectual order. The decisive moment. In court, he could have easily escaped a simple apology or a recantation. But he refused, because he saw that recanting meant that truth was less important than life. The verdict and the end. The sentence was death. The method was to drink a poison called hemlock. Even after the verdict, he was given a chance to escape. His friends were ready to help him escape, but he refused again. On his last day, he sat quietly, talked to his friends, and then drank the poison. This was in Athens, where he was born, and where he died in 399 BC. The irony, Socrates didn't write any books, but his ideas reached us through his students, especially Plato, a man who left no texts, but left a way of thinking that changed the world.